just get on the other side, I'll be okay. And you ever seen those? There was one James Bond movie where James Bond, a long time ago, he had to cross one to escape the captivity of some arch enemy, some mastermind criminal. There was this big swamp of alligators that he had to get through this watery swamp of alligators, and then he'd be free, get out of the captivity. Of course, in the James Bond movie, he just tiptoes across the mouth of the alligators and walks on the backs of them and gets free. But and so this idea that there's an enemy out in that water lurking for you. We all see mariners who talk about there be dragons in our waters, there be serpents and so forth. The imagery is all through literature, all through sea mariner writings and poetry and literature. Maybe there are creatures out in that water that are hunting for you. There's the let's see, that's another fish. The plesiosaur. That's a long-necked, diamond-shaped flipper dinosaur that a fishing boat, a Japanese fishing boat, pulled up in its nets in 1977. And you can find pictures of it on the internet. They pulled up in their nets this big carcass of a dinosaur, long neck, and so on. Some of the crew members made drawings of it, drew descriptions of it, and there's at least one or two photographs of it. But they didn't keep it. They were out at sea for so long, and they had to discard it or toss it overboard because it began to stink. And in 1977, Japan issued a commemorative stamp saying this was probably one of the most significant scientific discoveries of the century. And they should have shot the captain that ordered it to be tossed overboard. But anyway, so I don't just discount the fact that there may be some of the they found whales that have been washed up on shore, and they've been in a struggle. And you see these sucker marks. They've been in a struggle with giant squid. The sucker marks are about that far across. That's just one sucker on the arm or the leg of a giant squid out there in the ocean. I mean, they talk about some guy catching the largest squid on record. That's nothing compared to some of the stories and the pictures you hear about whales that they've caught that had marks left behind by some struggle. All right, let's bring this to a close. I see it's time to wrap it up. But some other verses, Psalm 1 last verse, Psalm 148, Psalm 148, and notice verse 3. Praise ye him, sun and moon, praise him, all ye stars of light. Notice verse 4. Praise him, ye heavens of heavens, and ye waters that be above the heavens. Let them praise the name of the Lord, for he commanded, and they were created. So I believe it's part of God's cosmology that there's a body of water out in the ocean that sits between here and the throne of God, and the face of that deep, the face of that depth, is frozen like a sea of glass, which you read about in Revelation 4 and Job 38 and elsewhere in the Bible. All right, let's bow for prayer.